Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Chantele, here to talk about Survivor Season 49, Episode 7! Right?
But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, Chantel, for being here.
Thanks for having
We,
me.
we love a Chantel visit, and you are fresh off of the San Francisco rap event with Rob Has a Podcast. You saw some alumni. I assume you saw some current players as well. You got to
Well,
watch the
the
episode with them.
cousins of some of these players, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, wink. You
I
don't get
don't
it?
know what that means. Oh,
Oh, well, it's
gosh.
like, instead of being like, oh, so-and-so is here, their cousin was there.
Oh, is that a way we say things to be?
Yeah, well, to be
Oh,
half
God.
discreet. Okay,
Yeah,
well, there
to
are
be
many
partially
cousins
discreet.
that were there, and I got to meet many a cousin. I got to meet Savannah's cousin. I got to meet Soph's cousin.
Oh,
I
I
got
have to call her Soph
to
now.
meet MC's cousin. I didn't get to properly meet Alex's cousin, but he was definitely had a little
There.
bit of an entourage. A lot of people were fawning over him, and kind of he had a lot of people to
Oh,
talk
really? Oh,
I
interesting.
met Matt's cousin and wife. I saw Steven's cousin, but I didn't get a chance to speak to him.
Steven. Okay.
I did take a photo with his cousin, but he looks exactly like him. Hold on, I'll show you.
Where did this cousin thing go? Just. Oh, yay!
And it's like identical twins to his cousin. Can you believe it?
How cute.
Sage's cousin was also there, but she was pretty overwhelmed with a lot of people wanting to talk to her, and
I bet.
very, very popular, especially this episode. So
Yeah.
she kind of was staying on the outskirts a little bit.
But show them the photo of the alumni that you took a photo with. That
Not
is,
a cousin.
should be blown up and framed in your home.
I will be framing this one.
Yes! Look at those two queens, Parvati and Chantele. Oh,
She liked my outfit.
Oh.
She liked my name. She
Oh.
was made sure that she spelled it correctly, because she knows having an interesting spelling name that you want to get it right.
yes.
And so she did sign my name correctly, and she called me a queen.
Accurate. Oh my gosh, that is such a dream. I can't wait to meet her someday. I'm so excited for you. And I recommend her book. I read it immediately. It took me like 2 to 3 days to finish it. It's such a good book, especially
Definitely
if you know her
excited
from
to
Survivor.
read her book. I love at one point when growing up, I was like really into biographies, so I read every biography I could get my hands on.
A memoir, yes.
Yeah, so I'm definitely excited to read this, especially because you'll end up hearing their voice telling it, and it's like in your head, and it's very fun. So I'm pumped.
Yay! So it sounds like a fantastic trip. Did you actually get to see the episode?
Well, so we watched the whole episode in a big theater,
Together.
and I think it was might have been the biggest showing. There was definitely over 1,000 people that were watching the episode together, and probably close to 100 reality stars that were there to enjoy the experience. So yeah, it was definitely people came to the West Coast.
I think the West Coast is a good place. Come on. Keep
I
coming
know.
to the West Coast.
I think it's because Rob moved to the East that it's just easier for him, and time zones and all that stuff. But I think he's realizing that there's a really big group that he can get together on the West Coast. So,
and I saw that he announced that he's got a book.
Yes, he did write a book as well called, I forget what it's called now. The Tribe That I've Spoken, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But is it his experience?
It's a mix. So it's a bit of his journey through Survivor, that world, because originally he auditioned for Big Brother. And so that's the
Ooh,
show that he wanted to go on. And then they kind of pulled him over to Survivor. And now he's become like a fixture in Survivor.
yeah,
It's kind of like synonymous with Survivor
for
nowadays.
sure.
So I think it probably starts off a bit biographical, and then maybe his seeing how the game has changed through his eyes. It's kind of what I'm guessing it's going to be about. So it's going to be kind of a mix.
Well, congrats to him. That's very, very exciting. Let's dive into this episode. I'm sure you have thoughts.
Lots of thoughts.
Um, it's a merge. Merge is always exciting.
Yes.
So basically, they're coming, to one beach here at the top of the episode. What was interesting, though, is that these three that we've gotten down to on Kella, who make the Bottoms Up Alliance, that's the beach they're coming to. And the three of them are so nervous that they don't even go greet the rest of them on the beach.
Well, Sage doesn't want to be fake. I think that's where it was. She doesn't really like anybody. She doesn't want to hear all the fakeness and the fake niceties and like I'm so excited to meet you, like when you're really not feeling it. But that's the crummier beach, correct? Like that's the beach that never got any love all season.
Um, but they have chickens now, so it's not. So I guess yes and no, because you're right. I was like, but wait, this is the beach with the chickens, so of course they're gonna go there. But it did start out as the crummy one. That's the one that lost over and over again.
Okay, because
That's
yeah,
interesting.
I was just wondering why they chose that beach because I felt
Yeah.
I guess it must be because of the chickens, but like the other beaches were a little more developed. They had better shelters.
Yeah.
I thought I could be wrong, but I don't know.
Right.
I thought it was a choice to not put on the fakeness and go out and greet them. It could be
You
the
have to.
nervousness, right?
Yeah. It looked like they had like pure anxiety of like, oh no, which is funny because that is real, but like you never see that. Like you're like, okay, everybody's coming. I have to bond with new people. Like you got to go through the motions. And they were like, okay, I guess we'll do it now.
And I think also it's like showtime for the
Yeah.
story that they're going to have to tell
Yeah.
about why they went after their own. And so I think
Right.
that nervousness and anticipation of like, oh my God, am I going to get caught? Am I going to get through with it? Are they going to get mad at me? Are they going to come for me now? So I think all of that is also bubbling up within them. And so they just like don't want to have to face the music yet.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Understood. They took out one of their own and they know Savannah and Rizzo and Nate, could potentially be upset with them. So they are going to come up with a story. But we're also going to see like an advantage, right? So a boat pulls up. They read that there are keys hanging in the jungle. And one of them is going to open this chest for an advantage. And so everybody is going to start running and looking. How'd you feel about this?
It's boring. I don't know. I mean, like, whatever. You're running around, like, you're trying a key. Like, okay, someone's gonna get the key. Like, who's gonna be like? But I would. Obviously, I'm a game person, so I'd rather there be more of a game involved, like a puzzle that you had to do and you get a key, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm running around and finding something is just usually not that interesting, unless it's Amazing Race, where you're just like a needle in the haystack challenge, and then you're just like, oh my God, these poor people. But it just didn't really translate for me on screen, just having people try keys and then someone gets it, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I hear you. Like, so just random luck, anyone can get it. But then on the other hand, it's like, oh, anyone can get it.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
But also, though, like, I don't really care about an advantage necessarily either. Like, it's not even any real power. It's not power.
But I want an advantage.
I mean, I'll take it. But, like, it's just not that exciting for me to be like, oh, she gets an advantage. Like, if it's like, ooh, she has the power to do something, or if I knew what the advantage was, I might get a little bit more excited. But it's just like, you'll find out at the challenge. Like,
I hear you. Well, I was excited Sage got it because I
Yes.
love me some Sage.
Sage is definitely a star this season. Absolutely.
She's my Sagittarius. I love her. So she's going to get it, but like you said, we're not going to know what it is till we get to the immunity challenge or the challenge. What else happens here? We find out Savannah is a savage and she wants to chop off a chicken's head.
It's a lot. I mean, I wish I'd met her after this episode because I met her the day before. So I mean, her cousin. Because I would have maybe asked her like, how did that feel? Like, weren't you nervous? Like scared? Like I don't know. I just like even watching it in the theater, I'm like turning my head away. I'm like kind of squealing, be like, oh man,
Yeah.
no, like. I couldn't just sit there and watch it, so I couldn't imagine being there and being holding down the chicken. Like it's just a lot.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, I have to watch this again? Like, I thought I was done with the chickens on my TV. But the fact that Savannah was like, where is the machete? Let me do it. I was like,
Teriyaki,
girl,
General Tao, like what? Like,
girl. You know, her chart is a lot of Scorpio. She has a lot of Scorpio energy, which is ruled by Mars.
yes.
So I get, is that's
Does she have no
Mars
planets
energy?
in like this positive planets in the sixth house, like house of like
Well,
animals? And,
we need to
like,
know her rising for that. Yeah. No, I don't think she does, though. She has a lot of that Mars. So, okay, that's it, I think, before we go to the challenge. Anything else before the challenge?
not that I can think of specifically. Mm-mm.
Otherwise, like, you know, those three, the Bottoms Up Alliance, are going to reconnect with their old Ulis, Savannah, Rizzo, and they're going to be like, sorry, Shannon, she brought it on herself, you know, and it seems like they buy it, right? They're like, oh, okay, all good.
Yeah, and I was actually a little bit surprised by that. I mean, I guess you would be
You
thinking
don't
like
know.
who, like, of course they'd want to be in the majority, like they would just they're thinking that way. But I played one of these, like an online version of one of these games. No, sorry, no. My story's about a live version. So I played a live version where went away for a weekend, and we had like a split, and we came back, and like my closest ally from before the split, I trusted them, and they've been changed to somebody else. So I now know that like, hey, just because we were close before doesn't mean that we're close after they've spent some time with other people. So my spidey
Yeah.
senses would be going off, being like, you spent a lot of time. Look at how close Sophie is with us. Like, why wouldn't it be potentially likely that they're close with other people more than us? So
Yeah.
my spidey senses would be going off. But and I was very surprised that they just didn't talk about it a little bit more. Just being like, really, like it was that bad that you had to vote her out? Like you couldn't just wait until we had the numbers and like it was the final six? So I would have questioned it a lot more.
Yeah, for sure. But I did think it was buyable, right? Like their story wasn't out of crazy left field. Anyone can get caught up in paranoia at any time and, you know, start turning on other people and acting crazy. And so, like, it is a buyable story. But yeah, you definitely want to question, like, okay, but are they super close? Let's go to day 14 challenge. It is, we do find out, like, this is merge. He's like, you guys are merged. We get the buffs. There's no, like, mergatory this
Sort
time.
of, though. I mean, we'll get to it in a sec, but
Right. So the first part of this is just for the merge feast. Not everyone is going to get the merge feast, which I don't love.
why? Well, like,
Yeah.
just feed everybody. Like that's what I
Especially if you
do.
tell us it's merge.
Exactly. So we don't do mergatory anymore, but like we're do like a like a mergatory
Yeah.
meal.
Yeah.
And what I like about the merge is everybody coming together, everybody doing their talking, everybody having an opportunity to eat. Everybody like it's just like one little reprise from the game where people are probably still strategizing, but you're getting to
Yeah.
know people that you might have never spoken to yet. And
Yeah.
so I just don't know what value it brings to keeping half people starved.
I agree. But
What's the
that's what
point?
we're going to do here. Jeff doesn't listen to us at all. Part one of this is going to be for the merge feast and for the possibility to play for immunity, right? So not only do these people not get to eat, they don't even get to play for individual immunity. So this
Is that
is just
entertaining? And I'm confused.
stinky. It's just stinky.
Super
I mean, I'm
stinky.
not entertained.
But like having half the people not participate in something is just it's not doesn't do anything for me. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Sage, who got the advantage, she doesn't have to run this first part. She automatically gets the merge feast and to play for immunity. And I think that's a dang good advantage.
That's a good advantage. It definitely, I mean, I might have been more excited by that advantage if I knew beforehand that that's what they're playing for, right? Like,
yeah.
And other people might be a little bit more like, oh my God, let me get this. Like, I need to eat. I want to make sure that I participate in the immunity challenge. Like, I think the stakes would be risen a little bit if there was a little more transparency.
Yeah. And Jeff is going to be like, hey guys, we still have spots on 50.
Is he basically saying that this is boring so far? Like nobody's doing anything?
I think so. At first I was
the
like,
game that they created.
I was like, why are you bringing up 50, Jeff? Like, first off, there shouldn't at this point be spots on 50.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all should be like, oh, we have too many and we don't know how to narrow this down.
There's not any spots. Like, there's so many people that should be on it that are not.
Mm-hmm. Right. So to be like, there's still spots available, I was like, what? But I do think he was like, y'all need to start playing. I think he was bribing them.
I definitely think he was bribing them, but I feel as though my friend who commented that the first half was a snooze. Yeah. Yes, the first half was a snooze is because I think this format is broken. These 3 tribes getting down to small tribes, 1 tribe being decimated. Yes, it kind of got a little bit interesting with some of the shakeups, but it still ended up being majorities, and like it just was never that interesting. So maybe they should be looking at the game that the parameters that they provided for the game and not blame the players, because the players are very interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're saying there were other people. We didn't need anyone from 49
or 48. I'm sorry.
And I think it's partially ruining the season. I think that's another part of all of us are like, some people think they know who it is, so they're just watching those 2 people.
Well,
and some people don't want to know that spoiler, so they're like, but who is it? No one's doing anything. You know, I think it's messing with us subconsciously.
Absolutely. And then even with how I felt about how this episode ended is definitely clouded with my thoughts on who may or may not be on season 50. And I'm like, so like it's actually not allowing me to have a genuine viewing experience. So any blindsides, I'm like, well, I'm not really sold, because I think that such and such needs to happen in order for such and such or so and so to be considered for 50. So
yeah, and whether we're right or wrong, because we don't know, but it's still messing with our enjoyment of this season. I also wonder if the producer, like, this is the B team and they were not paying attention to this season whatsoever because they were focused on 50. I don't know. Lots of theories. But back to this challenge here. We are going to dig out a boulder. We're going to chop some rope. We're going to go up a platform. We are going to have a word puzzle at the end. Blue takes like a slight lead, but we're going to basically be at the puzzle at the same time, right?
Yeah, one thing that I thought was really funny, because it was a phrase that was like puzzle pieces that made a phrase that Jeff always says, especially during challenges. And he was stopping himself from saying it so many times. Like,
that's, there we go. That's, alrighty.
I was definitely laughing at him, like, holding his tongue there.
He was like, I know I have to say it, but only once. And so, like, when he finally got to that point, he was like, this is the moment. And he was like, that's how you do it on Survivor. And then he was like, never again. Don't say it again. Don't say it again. But I was like, Jeff, you shouldn't have said it at all, because now it is literally in their heads. Like, they just heard it.
Yes.
And of course, Soph is going to say, you know, she's going to figure it out pretty quickly because she literally just heard it as they're doing the puzzle. But the puzzle is pretty close. It's neck and neck there at the end. And also, I feel like those pieces must be heavier than we think, because I'm like, just push it in, and it's just like it doesn't go in. I think they struggle so much.
Yeah, I was surprised by who they chose to do the puzzles, but I'm realizing that one
You have
team
to have.
was doing brute strength and the other team was just
Hmm.
doing the puzzle, and the puzzle people didn't end up coming through in the end. And I think it's because of the weight of the pieces. So that sucks.
Yeah. I mean, if you can yell and help people with a puzzle, then like put your stronger people on it, I
Yeah,
guess.
if they listen.
Yeah, right. So yeah, Yellow, who is Sophie and Steven, Nate, Rizzo. They're the ones who are going to win this on the puzzle, and then of course Sage is going to join them. They're going to get a feast, and they get to now play in part 2. That means that MC, Jawan, Christina, Alex, and Savannah are all going to sit out.
Brutal. Sucks. I would be very
Brutal.
pissed. We
Stinks.
didn't talk about it though, how Jeff needed to address the Sophie versus Soph. Have they ever done that before? Like, call
I
them
don't
what
think
you
they've ever
want.
had two people with the same name before.
Are you
Like
sure
this
there's
feels
been like a Matt and a Matt? Like, I feel like there's been two
right.
same namers. No, maybe not
I
at
mean,
this point.
I have a worse memory, so but I just don't feel like I've ever had this issue before. But I'm sure you're right; it has probably happened. But yeah, I guess Jeff needs some sort of differentiation. But the fact that he's like, "What should we?" I don't know. Why didn't he just automatically call it like Sophie B and Sophie R, whatever? I don't know their last names off the top
I
of my
think
head.
Sophie. I think Soph is Sophie B, but she's also
Okay.
Sophie Blue. Like Sophie Blue or Blue Sophie.
I get that he can't do colors. He can't do colors because it's getting mixed up. You're no longer with your tribe. It would be
But it's merged tribe because it's black now, so like it's not that crazy.
right. So if he called you blue and her yellow, he's automatically putting her on old tribes, and I think that
Oh, okay,
factors into game.
okay,
And I think
okay,
he can't do game.
okay, okay.
And
You're right.
also we have a purple Kelly, so like you can't do colors.
But he's not part of that lore, is he?
No,
That's
no, he's
us.
probably not.
He has no idea what that is. He has no idea who Purple Kelly is.
I saw her say on her Instagram that she did not like going by Soph.
I mean, she is more of a Soph, in my opinion, than Sophie is. But I don't know. Maybe no. Like usually on those forums, it's like, oh, is there anything else that people call you? Do you have any other nicknames? Like, I'm sure she has another nickname that he could have just called her. You know.
I mean, he did ask. He was like, "What do you guys want?"
But Sophie chimed in, and then Soph
Yeah.
just kind of agreed with it.
Well, she was probably like, "What is she gonna do?" And be like,
No,
"What?"
call me.
I mean, I think I would have if I had an issue. If they were like, "We're gonna call you Sarah," and her Sarah, I'd have been like, "Jeff, let me converse with other Sarah. We'll get back to you."
Yeah,
Because no, you're
I'm
not calling me
Sarah.
Sarah for the rest of my life. You know, like no.
Okay, but if he were to ask you, what would you like a nickname? If it wasn't going to be your name, would there be a nickname that you'd want to be
The
called?
only other nickname I have is Sassy, and that's because my initials are SAS.
Okay,
So people close to me have turned that into Sassy,
that's
but like
very
I don't know.
interesting because I had a really close friend in high school named Sarah Ann
Uh-huh.
Steinberg, and so we
Uh-huh.
called her Sauce. I called
Oh,
her
yeah.
Saucy. Like that was her name. Like I never called her by her real name. I always called her Sauce. So it's very
Sauce is
funny.
cute.
Sauce
Yeah.
and Sassy. Sauce and
Yeah, it
Sass.
started as Sass and then it became Sassy. So like, but I don't know that I want like everyone in the world to start calling me Sassy because I'm on a reality show. Like she's now probably forever.
No,
Even
she's
though
Sophie B. She's Sophie B. People call her
Sophie
Sophie B.
B. Okay.
People
We'll
would
see.
have to call me Shantizi because that's what my best friend calls me. Shantizi.
If Jeff was like, "Oh, I have two Chantels," you'd be like, "Jeff, I'm Shantizi, actually."
Shantizi. Just for the meme, for the clip, like Shantizi.
Ah, that's
Catchy.
amazing.
It's catchy.
We're all gonna call you Shantizi now. Okay. Um, yeah, Lens. I do have a friend who I call Lens. Yeah,
I do nickname people a lot, but
yeah.
I might call her Soph just naturally, but I don't know if I would propose that as the name that I'd want him to call me.
All right, here we are. We're going to balance a ball on a pole. We're going to go down a beam. Classic Survivor here. And we are going to get down to Steven and Sophie are our last two.
I thought that Soph was going to have it before she dropped it. I was like, she's a little bit smaller, like, you know, lower center of gravity, all that stuff. I thought that she was pretty solid, and then she went out. I was like, oh, okay, I was wrong there.
Yeah. Rizzo was out first. Sage, Nate, and Soph. Yeah. I'm rooting for Soph just in general because she's had such a rough go. So I want her to be successful, but Steven versus Sophie. Now, this Sophie has not been in the edit, right? Mm-hmm. She was not in the edit for like the first 3 episodes. Then we found out she didn't like fruit as a reward. And then she slowly started showing up. Yeah, that's it. That's all we know about her. And she ends up winning our very first immunity. If I were a producer or an editor, I would think she's our first immunity winner. She should be in the edit. A little bit. Maybe very disappointed.
Wasn't doing anything. I don't know.
I don't care. She's gonna win the first immunity.
Yeah, I still don't know who she is. I wouldn't. Her cousin was there, and I didn't recognize her.
She won the immunity challenge in the episode you watched, and you didn't recognize her. Like that's not good.
I just don't know who she is. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you've already done this whole season. You know she's going to win first immunity. Like, let us know who she is. Give us a package. Who died in her family? Like, who did she watch? Oh, wait, she's the one who has a whole Survivor family competition.
I thought it was Shannon.
No,
competition. Sorry,
they do like a at the holidays. They all get together and do like a family Survivor themed game. And the preseason, she was like, "So now I'm not allowed to play. I'm a pro now." Like haven't gotten that package in the show. Nothing. Anyway,
I'm trying to figure out like what their plan is for her. Like, does she go to the end and they're just saving her origin story for later, or? Like,
right, is this an Erica thing? Like she just shows up, or is she going to be out soon and it doesn't matter? Who knows?
She would have been out if she hadn't won. That was
she might have been. Yeah. She absolutely might have been. But she's going to be our first immunity winner. Congrats to you. Glad you're now on the show. And now we're going to go have a merch feast
with half the tribe.
Half the tribe is going to eat. I was going to say, obviously, they enjoy the food, but did you see what they were eating?
Crackers? It was like...
What happened with this season? What happened?
I didn't even really see it. Like, I heard they had a charcuterie board, but I didn't really notice what they were eating.
It was charcuterie. It was hard cheeses I saw on plates, and they kept picking up, like, little, like, dried meat, whatever that's called. I don't eat meat.
Cured
prosciutto
meat,
or
salami,
something.
Prosciutto, yeah.
Little pieces of dried meat, and then they had those like tall breadsticks that are like not real bread.
It's like they're so dehydrated, and like they're giving all these dry stuff. Like, and those cured meats are very salty. I don't know. It was not nourishing. I mean, I would probably enjoy the cheese, but like, there was red wine. We saw Nate.
There was red wine, which is lovely, but like nothing to sop it up with. Like cheese does not sop up the red wine.
You think they dip their breadstick in the red wine just to make it like?
I feel like they phoned this season in. They're like so focused on 50. They don't even have the budget for food. Like, I don't know. What happened?
Like they're making them kill their own chickens. Like, come on.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
But like, was Applebee upset with the?
Yeah, where's the Applebee?
The negative endorsement. I'm pissed. Like, no, but I've heard that they've approached her anyways for stuff. So.
Yeah, no, they loved Liz. I don't know what happened, but I was like, this is a real sad merge feast. And this group doesn't even want to talk game because it's a mixed group.
There's no point.
Which is funny to me. And so that's it. We're not going to get anything here.
Yeah, it was a snooze. I don't know what they're trying to gain from splitting them up here, and not giving them anything to write home about at all, or like to brag about even. Like, remember the days when people were like, "Let me smell your breath." Like,
Yeah.
like, come on! I want people to want to smell their breath, not from like some dry crackers, breadsticks.
When you see contestants like this, as people are like, and it was like juicy cheeseburger and chips and guac and like describing, and then people get so angry that they didn't have it. I know they just walked in and they were like, it was charcuterie. End. Moved on. That was it.
Doesn't even, like, I remember people would get naked for peanut butter. Like, well, come on, what's happening here?
Was there a Ruby Tuesdays time? I thought it was just Applebee's. I remember Ruby Tuesdays from my college life.
So let's talk about Ruby Tuesdays.
It's like an Applebee's. It's a chain. But they had like a soup and salad that in college was like the affordable meal.
Wouldn't you go to, what's the Italian one called? We had one in Canada and then they're gone now.
No, I still go to this one. What's this
with
called?
The breadstick and soup and breadstick.
Yeah. Soup and salad and breadsticks. Oh my God, what is this called?
I want to say Red Lobster, but they're usually beside each other. But
the Red Lobster seafood.
I know, but like they're usually beside each other. That I remember.
Oh my gosh, I have one right up the street. This is so funny. I can't think of it.
Is it Italian in the name?
No. Yeah, it's clearly an Italian restaurant.
No, but in the
name. Yes, Olive Garden. Olive Garden.
Italian's not in the name. Olive Garden.
It's not in the name, but olives are Italian. All right. Yes. Anyway, Olive Garden, delicious. I did have one of those, but it wasn't the affordable option in college. Where are we? Okay, MC has to find her idol, right? This is the first time she has lost immunity. She's never been to tribal. She has to find her idol or else she loses her vote. And the idol's dead, which is interesting. So she's out on her hunt. And Savannah is going to show up.
I'm obsessed. Wait, and she had something in her mouth when she was doing it. What there was something that she had that was very obvious that she was doing something. Like, I don't know if the clue was in her mouth.
Had the note. She had the note out.
Oh, the parchment.
She was like walking with the note here. So Savannah sees her with something in her hands, and Savannah smartly is like, "Let me go interrupt that." Although I think I would like try to sneak and just watch. I don't know if I'd have. Yeah. It's just so ballsy to walk up and interrupt.
Bold. It's bold.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd do it.
If I were friends with them, I would probably maybe walk up and want to be included. Mm-hmm. But as somebody that they've never been on tribe together before and they barely know each other, I might just do a little watchy.
Savannah is so intense. She's like, MC, what's up? Hi, how are you? Chat. MC's like clearly caught and doesn't play it off. So she's just like, yeah, I'm looking for a key. And Savannah does know because she has gone through this with Rizzo. Mm-hmm. So even though MC's like, she doesn't know what I'm looking like for, I'm like, I think she does because she knows that keys are involved or that you have to dig something up. And then as they're just chatting, they both see the ring of keys. Savannah tries to dive for it too, but MC is going to get it.
That's crazy. You're going to die for the keys?
Right?
That's intense. Like going just to maybe walk up to them and be like, I can get behind that, but
and then what are you going to do with it? What if you are Savannah, you grab this ring of keys, now what? What are you doing?
Well, she's preventing her from getting her vote, most likely, right?
Right. So you just are like, I'm going to hang on to this. And so that means MC doesn't get, Savannah can't get the idol. But.
No, I think it's to.
Just now MC doesn't have a vote.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so which could be the move.
It's not a horrible play.
Crazy.
Right?
We all
And
gasped in
then,
the audience. We're like,
did y'all? That's amazing. And then she's like, got a ring of keys that she has to try. And Savannah's like, I'm going to park it right here. I'm with you the whole way. And then she's like, look at me. I was like, girl, you are showing your intense Scorpio right now. She's like, I do want to work with you. I do.
it's
MC's like,
like
sure, sure, sure,
maybe
sure.
before all this, but after it's just might be saving face.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. So anyway, eventually MC is going to be able to get her idol. Good for her. She at least hasn't lost her vote. But
Was there a sale on keys
unfortunately,
for this episode? Because there's a lot
yep,
of keys.
yeah, that's where the budget went. No food, just keys.
Just keys. Huh.
But unfortunately, right, like you have the idol, but you're like, well, it's going to be a public idol here shortly, right? You can't trust that Savannah's keeping that to herself. And so that info is going to go out to her group of OG Ulis. And since Sophie is safe, you really just have MC and Steven really as your option, right? If you're going to be Uli strong.
And we now know that MC has an idol. So it's really just seems that Steven is the only viable option here.
Now, did you see Jawan and Sage turning on Uli like this? Did you see this coming?
Uh, well, maybe a little bit when they're on the beach and they're not wanting to greet them. I did not think that they would be able to stand this. I guess I don't know if it's strategically the best thing for them to do. So I didn't really think that they would be this hardcore against them.
Yeah, I was surprised that it was like a given. Like, I mean, I think Jawan played this really well in the fact that he was like so in the group. They're giving him all the information. Rizzo's like explaining why he won't play his idol, which makes sense. Like, let us all know that it's right here instead of putting it back in play. Jawan takes all of that information and is like, heck no, I'm not working with you guys. I'm going to get one of you out. And I was like, what, really? Like a given that you're doing this?
Well, maybe he didn't have enough confessionals, but maybe he did really feel like he was on the bottom, and it just
He should.
Yeah, right. Like before all the merges and the swaps, like he probably would have been out first if that's the case. And so maybe he just is like getting his lick back. He's like, you didn't really want me here. Now you need me. Well, I don't need you anymore. I got numbers. So it could just be.
And so I love this. I mean, I'm like, okay, great. Turn on your group. You've got the numbers. They're making, Sage is like making inroads with the other people. Is it Sophie? Is it Christina? Like, who's she talking to? Yeah, Christina and Sage, like explaining.
Steven, I think, must be in there
Yeah.
as well.
And Jawan and Steven are, I feel like, already pretty close. So, like, they start moving this way. I'm like, wow, this is pretty amazing. This could be a good move. But when it starts to be like, do we do Savannah, Rizzo, or Nate? I was like, wait a minute. Back this up. Like, what are you actually doing here?
That's what I was just kind of like, I'm not sure if it's the best idea. Like, I know they have their bottoms up alliance, so they're probably feeling as though they have safety in being kind of like the nucleus of this new dynamic. But I don't think they thought about the fact that if you blindside one of them, two of them are coming back pissed and with information that you can't be trusted, and they're going to want it to retaliate. So I just don't know if it was this a fully fleshed out plan.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you because I was like, yes, everyone seems to, like, we're getting sound bites from everyone that seems like they know Savannah is an intense, playing hard type player, right? So that sounds like, yeah, take her out. Okay. And then Rizzo has an idol. Okay, great. Yeah, so either get him out or flush that idol. But then when you just are like, oh, or we could take out Nate, who's a number to them, that's where I'm like, they may not have all the information. Like, they may not see what we're seeing, But thinking that taking out Nate is a good idea is not a is not a good idea.
Well, and the fact that Nate, I think, really trusts Jawan, like they were building a bit of a bond and a friendship. Like, yes, he might be with Savannah, but he also may have been willing to come with you as well. And so it's just very interesting that they didn't seem to think about going for like, okay, the easiest boat out of the three of them, but then the two most dangerous people that have some hardware are going to be coming back in the game pissed. So
Yeah, you now have. Okay, well, we're jumping ahead. So right
okay.
now they're discussing it, and we're seeing, the different options. So let's go into tribal. I definitely, before realizing like which way this was going to go, but we're going into tribal, I was like, wait, unless this just accidentally blows back on Steven, it sounds like an Uli is going, which I just did not expect an Uli to go here.
Well, I definitely going into tribal. I was like, "Wow, Nate's going home. That sucks." Like it just like, it was just not. There was no build up. There's no real rhyme or reason. He's not even knows that he's going, so he's gonna get blindsided. But blindsided are only kind of fun for the people that are doing the blindsiding. Like for the audience, it's not really that shocking. It's because I thought that he was gonna be going if like when they were going to tribal. I wasn't surprised by this. And so I was just like, okay, well, I guess we're having a tribal council where Nate's going home, and it's going to be kind of underwhelming. I don't know. Was it exciting for you?
I mean, I didn't think Nate would go. So if I did think that, I would have been underwhelmed. But I was like, they know Rizzo's not going to play his idol. So this is where you take out Rizzo. So I guess I was holding out hope because I do think taking out Rizzo is a good idea. Take out the idol. Don't let them have advantages. But then when it just was Nate, I was like, oh no, you just angered. You just showed your cards. You can't play the middle anymore.
Yeah,
You showed your cards over Nate, which I was like, you left in the two dangerous players with hardware. You don't have to have the numbers. They have hardware, so they can make a move
And it could be you.
to take you out, or at least have the numbers over you next. Like I think that Jawan and Sage wrote their death warrant. Like I think they are the next two to go.
100%.
Because they showed their cards, unfortunately.
Well, and especially since Sage was so like, I want Savannah, I want Savannah, I want Savannah.
Yeah.
Like, Nate doesn't make sense. Like, I want Savannah. If we're going to make this move, I want Savannah. And so I was like, well, then do Savannah and take that risk. Because if you're going to blow up your game, you might as well be going for who you actually want out of here. And
yeah.
So, yeah.
I wouldn't have blown up my game. If I was like, all right, we're going to take out Savannah, and people were like, no, we're going to take out Nate, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I can't show my cards for Nate. Like, I'm going to vote with Uli against one of y'all, unfortunately.
We'll have to do this another time around.
And because like it's got to be Savannah for me to show my cards. Like, I just don't think. I think they ruined their game, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
Big picture, I get they think they took out a number, so they think they have the majority, and I hope that that's true for them. That would be great, but like I just don't think.
I don't think so.
That's the case.
Well, what I said, like when I was watching, I was like, oh my god, Nate's going home. Nate's going home. Nate. And then he went home, and I was like, oh, that's underwhelming for my like viewing experience. But then I'm like, so now Savannah's gonna be furious. So you think she's intense when she's in with the numbers? Now that she's gonna be like, her back up against the wall, like with her one ally or two allies with Soph. They're gonna figure out a plan, because we also got the hint that Jeff's like, want to see big moves. Like they're actually allowing her to come and make some big moves now, because she has nothing to lose anymore as well, like her and Rizzo. So we'll probably see some interesting gameplay, because they don't have the actual numbers, so they're gonna have to really do some magic to get the advantage of the upper hand. So that will be interesting, but it's gonna be
I think that this is when the game might pick up, because they did make this move. They went against their old alliance. That's fun to see. They seemingly have the numbers right now, but you've got an intense player who has a bestie with an idol, and he already was able to use it without using it, right? He talked about it in the tribal, was like, yeah, here it is, public idol, I'm gonna have to use it, and of course he didn't, so he still has that. He
but
can
then
still
MC
mess with
used
people.
hers. And I was
Yep,
like,
now that's
I
gone.
mean, that's good for her. Like, if I had an idol, I don't know what's going on in this new merge thing. Like, I would probably play it myself. So I'm not behooving her for playing it. But knowledge is power. Why didn't she take that at this point, Sophie? So I was hoping that she was going to use it. But she thought they had the numbers, so it didn't matter. But
yeah, I think that Soph is sitting in a pretty decent spot. So, like, she doesn't need to use that knowledge is power yet and reveal her cards, but it would have been nice to just see her do it. But that's gone, which means it's back in the jungle, right? So, next episode, we see
Savannah's running through the jungle. Savannah is running through the jungle. You know, she has to be.
Or Rizzo is going to get.
And Sophie. Like, they're all going to be running in the jungle, and one of the three of them will get it, because the three of them are not going to be getting out the next episode, no matter what. And again, I just don't feel it. And
I don't feel it.
And so it's going to come back on all those people that just voted like against them, basically.
And it's like, we have seen so much of Savannah in the edit. It has to make you think she's going to do something, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, there's plenty of people in the chat being like, they don't have agency, what can they do?
But if they all have an idol,
Yeah. So, I mean, we don't know. I'm just very concerned.
One of them will
Sage.
win probably individual. Two of them will have an idol, or if one of them doesn't, somebody else wins, gets the idol, and Soph knows about it. She will use her knowledge as power at this point, because she realizes that she's in a bad position. So.
No,
Sage is in trouble. Sage is in deep doo-doo.
That's why I'm upset, is because Sage is in trouble and I love Sage. So I hope Sage gets to keep playing, because she's a fun player to watch.
She's fun, but she didn't think this one through. If she was like, I get her wanting Savannah out. I get it. She's scary. She's dangerous. She should have dug her heels in and been like, it's Savannah or nobody. It's Savannah or Steven.
But
Steven, but yeah.
I mean, I don't think Savannah wanted to vote out Steven, and MC had a idol. So who were they going to vote out? Christina?
Useless. But
that's not a threat. So I'm assuming that's what Sage did. She was like, I can't get Savannah, but I'm not going to vote out Steven. I can't vote out MC, and so what am I going to vote out? Christina? No, I need Christina as a number. So like I see why she was like, all right, let's just do Nate. But now she really has to work hard, right?
I don't know. I mean, I know she's in the bottom up alliance, but she may have had to sacrifice that alliance for her position in the game, because she is an uphill battle. I don't know how she can get out of this. Like, it's just so obvious that she flipped.
Oh, I kind of loved Alex in this episode, because Soph was like, hey, look, I'm in with the Uli crowd. Come on over. And Alex was like, yeah. But then he was like, I'll go where I want to go. Thank you. And I was like, good. You take your connections. You do you. Well, don't know where that ends him up now. I don't know where he's headed now, but.
Well, he might jump back over. Like, he can still jump back over to Sophie.
He can. Absolutely. He can do any side he wants. He actually is in the middle. He hasn't betrayed anyone deeply. They'll pick him up as a number, whatever side. Chantele, let's talk draft.
Oh, I don't think I'm doing that. I mean, I'm not doing horribly, but...
You're not doing horribly, but Stephanie is killing all of us.
She still have all four players?
She has all four of her players. Both Sophie's, MC, and Christina are on her team. And she has 87 points.
Would I have like 20?
No, you have 48 points. So, and you still have Savannah and Rizzo
Rizzo.
and wait, who's Jason? Jason's not in.
Jason's gone.
Yeah, I'm like, what was that? So no, Savannah and Rizzo, but
I do feel like they are going to be working very hard to stay in the game, so that would hopefully mean that they win immunities, they find idols and stuff like that. So
I have 61 points.
how dare you?
I know. But I have Steven and Sage. Ugh. And those two I don't think are long for this world. Although, I don't know. I hope that they can get some advantages and some idols and maneuver.
I don't know. I don't think so. Just because this plan flopped so badly for her. I know she kind of got what she wanted, but it wasn't the best for her game, I don't think. So and everybody else can be like, "Oh, well Sage told us that," like, you know what I mean? Like they could all just throw her under the bus.
Well, Savannah doesn't like Jawan. So maybe Jawan's going to go first over Sage. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I love Jawan too, but I'm just really rooting for my girl Sage now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
And
to happen.
I guess I'm going to root for Steven because he's on my draft. He was my preseason winner pick, and he's still there.
I don't see him winning this game, to be honest, but
I'm not sure either.
I don't feel like he's had any sort of focus on him or I mean, a little bit, but I just don't feel it. I don't feel it with him.
Who do you see winning right now?
I could see if Sage turns it around, like she definitely has a story engine that's like could propel her to a win. I could see a Savannah win because it's like, unleashing this dragon. And so I can see if she picks up traction, she can get to the end. She could get the votes very easily. I don't know if Rizzo has the people yet, but if he's like with Savannah in lockstep, like maneuvering the rest of this game and gets to the end, I could see them maybe wanting to give it to him as long as he's not sitting beside Savannah. And Soph I could see winning potentially. She had the hardest story out here, and so if she managed to get to the end, I think that she can put together a nice argument as to why she deserves the win. So those are my top four.
I don't see Rizzo making it to the end, even though he has an idol right now. I don't think he makes it, but I feel like Soph is the only person I think that I can see winning right now. Obviously, we have plenty more game to play, but like somebody has to do something. This is literally our first
thing.
Move.
It was like the best episode of the season, pretty much.
Yeah. This was our first move, which I do think is going to be the impetus to like some scrappy gameplay. So I do think we'll see some more, but like at this point, Soph is the only one who I think could possibly deserve to win
right
this
now.
Season.
Yes.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Is David out of the draft?
He's got 35 points, so he's definitely losing. And he has Alex and Shannon's gone. Nope, he just has Alex. So I don't think Alex is going anywhere anytime soon. He's going to be in the middle here. So and maybe he can win some challenges and get him some points. But yeah, David's not going.
Finally, dethroned David.
We've beat David. Yay. Well, like you said, I think this was the best episode. That's not saying much, but I do think it'll bring us better episodes.
Do you know what my girl Parv said?
Oh, your bestie Parv.
My bestie, fellow queen. She said that she really loves the villains, and so I think like that's the Savannah of it all. Sage maybe a little bit, but she's just like what about the villains? I love the villains. She's like, I love them playing. I love people playing hard. And it's just like nice to hear her say that, because just counterpoint with Jeff being like, no more villains. I don't want villains anymore. And it's like, we have an icon here saying that that's what she's looking to see. It just made me feel good that like I'm on the right side of history here with how how they're casting now, or like their mindset around casting.
Well, like, even though they say they don't want villains, we always have natural villains. Like, Savannah isn't going to call herself a villain, but girl's a villain. She's so, like, you can't cheer. I'm going to be mad at you for cheering. Like, that's a villain.
Well, also though, you can't say dig deep and like this is how you do it in Survivor. Like if people wanting to win, they might become villainous in their pursuit, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like you can't want people to play hard and you don't want some people to emerge as villains. It's crazy.
Right. And even Sage probably, yeah, is coming up as a villain, but that's only because she's like, ugh, screw this fakeness. Get out of here. And like now all of a sudden that feels like she's a villain. But like they're just playing the game.
Yes.
And not being nice. Don't be kumbaya. We're tired of kumbaya Survivor, that's for sure.
Boring.
Well, Chantele, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, of course.
Yes.
I'm glad I could come in with some intel from the season a little bit, you know.
Yes.
It was a fun episode to watch, so I'm happy that we watched that together as a group.
Right.
Because some of the other episodes have been a bit of a snooze, so at least this was like had some action. But like bummer that Nate went though. I feel like I wanted to see more from him, but like he didn't get an opportunity to for no reason, really, you know?
Well, it's a bummer that he went because he seemed like a lovely person, but also I don't think he was running things. So that's why I'm kind of disappointed that they took him out because I think he was just a number. So yeah. Whatever. But I did not get to interview him. I don't know if anyone has noticed that I didn't get an interview with him, but he was he's working on a movie right now, and he only did, minimal press. So I didn't get to talk to him. I did want to ask him some questions. But
I was hoping that he was going to be at the live event because I don't know if I told you, but I'm in a Sundance collab rewrite your pilot and pitch class. Ooh. And there's a friend of his that's in the class. He just mentioned that he's like, oh, I have a producer friend, blah, 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 blah. And then in like the chat, they're talking about like, oh, who's your friend? He's like, oh, Nate Moore. I think that's his name. And I was like, ooh, like he's on Survivor. I'm like, and lives in California. Like maybe he'll be at this event and I can talk to him about something other than Survivor.
Yeah.
It would be kind of fun, but he wasn't there. And so that didn't get to happen.
Yeah, bummer. Thank you, Sophie Dophie. I got my hair chopped off.
Oh, yes, I did mean to mention. Looks cute.
It's going. Thank you. I do this. I grow it long. I chop it off. I grow it long. I chop it off. It's just who I am. It's just what I do. I don't know. Okay, great. This is it. Thank you, everyone who was here live in the chat. I appreciate you. We love hearing from you. And if you're watching later, leave us a comment. Did you finally like this episode? How'd you feel about them making a move on Nate going against OG Uli? Was that fun?
I mean, it's fun, but...
Was it messy? Mm-hmm. Is it gonna ruin Sage's game? Mm-hmm. We'll find out, but let us know what you think. And I think my whole schedule is normal next week. Amazing Race on Monday. Next Thursday, Survivor. Anything you want to say?
Right after this, I'm going to go live to talk about the challenge. So, fun Reality Realness with 3 S's on YouTube, and we'll talk about episode 15 of the Challenge 41.
Is that show still on?
That show is still on.
Are there good people on this season? How is it?
It's actually a very good season. They have a lot of people that you do know. So Jeremy he's on the season from The Amazing Race.
Yeah, he was good.
Dee was on the season.
Great.
She was hooking up with bananas.
Oh.
I know. Who else is new? But Michaela's on this season.
Yay. All right, that sounds legit.
There's some good people that have been on that you would know. So it's been a pretty good season so far.
All righty, you guys have a lovely day and a lovely weekend, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.